Uh, yeah, nothing really different. We just, first game I thought Quez, based on his release, might be expecting back shoulder, or even anticipating back shoulder. Um, and we're on the same page. And then the second one, the ball got tipped on a slant to Tay. So I don't think there's really a whole lot of change. They ran man coverage in the first half. We just missed the opportunities there in the third quarter.
Ryan Wood.
Aaron, what did you see on the final play there to Quez? What was your view of it? And as much as he's, we've talked about consistency with him. He made a couple plays today. It looked like he was finding that consistency after the first couple of weeks. Does it ever get frustrating when the plays go the other way?
I have a lot of love for Marquez. I see the guy every single day. I see how much he cares about it, and it happens, unfortunately. A lot of it's fundamentals, carrying the ball, but I've had my fair share of fumbles. It's just bad timing, obviously. I feel like we ran a similar play to EQ earlier in the game and got about 20. Could have been a touchdown maybe if he cut inside, because there's so many guys the other side of the hash, but, we almost scored. And then so a similar play to that. Just trying to get a first down there and reset the downs. Looked like, it was a good play by the nickel, kind of trying to split Allen and Bobby there. But I think the ball was just a little loose. But that stuff happens. He made a big play at the end of regulation to kind of get us going on 3rd and 10. And disappointed for him, disappointed for us.
Bill Huber.
Here, I'm not looking for an excuse, or I'm not, I don't know how, but you guys don't turn it over generally. So when you have 4 turnovers today, do you just say, it's just one of those games it's not going to happen again, or can you not afford to think like that?
No, but I think it is an anomaly based on the other 9 games we played. We haven't had more than 2, I don't think, in any other game. A lot of zeros. So, obviously we got a fumbled exchange and a pick and a fumble on kickoff and a fumble in the game. So, uncharacteristic, but they got 6 points off those 4 turnovers, and we cashed in on their turnovers. So our defense deserves a lot of credit for making some good stands there when we turn the ball over.
Dave Schrader.
Aaron, how frustrating is it to move the ball at will, yet get the kind of result you got today heading home with a loss and the only stat that matters?
Yeah, I mean, Dave, that's the only thing that does matter in the end, so we're disappointed. We don't do a lot of the, silver lining losses. It's about real critiques, and we'll get in the film room tomorrow. We'll look at it. We'll be, really thorough in our critiques of ourselves. Give credit to our opponent. That's good defense. I felt like we moved the ball, great in the first half. Obviously, the third quarter was 2 3-and-outs. It wasn't great. But when he had to have it there at the end of the game, moved the ball down in scoring position and tied it up. Timmy finally won a coin toss, got the ball in overtime, and, obviously, what happened in the end. So disappointing for sure. A good chance for us to, take a 3-game lead in division. But we're 2 games up. Got a big game coming up against Chicago.
Pete Doherty.
Hey, Aaron, you feel like this deep into the season, if you guys are going to do something special that on offense you just have to keep piling the points on?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when we play Phil, we definitely got to score. We've had some high-scoring games the few times we've played. But for us, it's about taking care of the football. I think that's where it starts and ends. And first drive, obviously, we're moving the ball, big play on the first down, first play of the game. And then, obviously, fumbling the exchange there. It was frustrating, but look, we know what type of offense we've had this year. It's been pretty efficient. The only thing that's been stopping us for the most part has been ourselves, and not converting third downs and turn the ball over today obviously hurt us really bad.
Mark Daniels.
Aaron, what'd you think of the call on the 4th and 1 in the 4th, and did Jamal just not quite get out of that space soon enough?
Well, the play wasn't for him. The play was for Devontae, and they doubled him. So, we really got beat on the backside. That's what didn't allow me to kind of extend the play. I just threw it a little bit too far for him. But again, the play was for Devontae. I like the aggression from Matt. We had to execute a little better in that situation, and just obviously was a rough drive ending there, not getting any points.
Jim Mazarski.
I was actually going to ask about that as well, but to extrapolate, I guess, starting that drive, did it feel like you might be in 4-down territory considering the way the third quarter went, or was it just a total reset as you began the fourth there?
Yeah, more of a reset, I think. I don't feel like it was 4-down territory. I was actually mildly surprised they didn't want to go for it, but I was excited. Look at the third down play and not being able to get a first down on that one. I really liked the call on third down, and we actually protected really well. They ran a simulated pressure and brought 53 on the backside and dropped the end of the front side. We did a good job picking it up. Wish I probably would have drifted maybe a little left and laid one up to Marquez down the middle. That probably would have been a better option. That being said, I think Bobby might have been a little too wide, and the ball was I should have put it on his upfield shoulder because that should have been a first down, move the sticks there on that 3rd and 7. And so that's the disappointing play. I mean, 4th down, they covered it well. But the 3rd down play, that's one I'd like to have back for sure.
Rob Domofsky.
Hey, Aaron, you've been on obviously a lot of special teams around here, Super Bowl teams, conference championship teams. What is this team, and what do you guys still need to show to convince yourselves that you are another one of those type of teams?
I feel like today, especially the first half, I felt we were playing, really complimentary football in all 3 phases. I said it this week, on Wednesday, I believe, in my press with you guys. I think what's been missing is that all 3 phases kind of firing on every cylinder. It was nice to get Allen back today and Kevin King and Jair. We did have a couple injuries, which hurt us, but it felt more like we had kind of all of our guys back. But I just think that the third quarter obviously hurt us, and nothing really, like I said to Jason, nothing really changed. But we got to find a way to convert, in that situation to help our defense out because they were on the field a ton in the third quarter and the fourth quarter. Then we just can't turn the ball over on special teams. I think. We gotta do better in all 3 phases, and especially in timely spots. So we gotta score when we get opportunities. We gotta get stops when we get opportunities, and we gotta take care of the ball on special teams.
Tom Silverstein.
Aaron, what made you think you could complete that ball to MVS at the start of that drive in the fourth quarter? And then was it difficult to split the safeties on this defense?
I think based on the formation that we're in there, I feel like it really gave us a good opportunity because we had a high corner to the side of Marquez. I told him on the sidelines before that drive, I said, there's going to be a point in this drive when I'm going to throw one up to you, and you got to come down with it. Sure enough, it was 3rd and 10 backed up. I was really it took my eyes to the right first to just peek the safety, make sure he wasn't robbing. And then I really was looking at the corner when I threw the go ball. So I felt like with my eye control, I'd give him maybe just an extra little step away from the safety. He's so damn fast. Even though I got it up early and threw it high, I still underthrew him. But it was a really nice catch and got us going at that point. Then a funny aside with Sean Hockley, I was trying to call timeout. He told me we didn't have any timeouts. Luckily, we got our time back and got into a rhythm. There was a couple plays at the end of that drive. Again, I felt like it was such a good drive. We made some plays and kind of drew a couple things up on the spot. But maybe jamming one in there to Tay there on one of the last 2 plays might have been the thing to do. But I'll look back at that and hopefully won't rue that too much.
Tim Van Voren.
Aaron, you said you were looking forward to playing in front of fans. It seemed like with a close game, back and forth game, 13,000 fans actually made a difference. How did it feel out there today?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, we've missed fans. We really have. We missed them at home. We've had some on the road in a few of the stadiums, but it's been a different year. You know, there's nothing like that energy of the fans. There was a special couple fans there today. You know, Kent Murphy and Chucky showed up, so it's good to see them on our sidelines. If you listen to the TV copy, you may have heard of Kent Murphy at one point. The Kent Murphy showed up. So that was really fun to have him and Chucky there. Had some other friends show up as well. So it's good seeing so many Packer fans. You know, it was pretty awesome hearing the Go Pack Go chants and seeing all the green and gold in the stands. There's nothing like, you know, the way our fans travel. And, you know, next week will be weird and strange, just like it is every time we play at home without fans. But it's really good to see some Packer fans on the road.
Steve McGargy.
Just wondering what's going through your mind there when you're on the sideline during the Colts' last possession in late in the fourth quarter, when you have all those holding penalties and all of a sudden it's looking like you're going to get the ball back with maybe more time than you might have anticipated. How much are you kind of seeing what's going on there, and what was going through y'all's mind on offense on the sidelines at that point?
Yeah, it was a little bizarre. You know, I thought Matt did a good job of deciding which ones to accept and which ones to decline based on keeping them out of field goal range, but it was a little strange for sure. You know, I felt good about 133 and one timeout. I mean, that's a lot of time. So it was, yeah, I felt good about it. We had the ball in the 6. Knew we needed to get a first down, and had some ideas that I was stewing on with Ketsy on the sideline and Timmy. And then a couple that sidebarred with Tay as well. So it's fun when it comes together like that. You know, I told Quez I was going to throw a rainbow to him, and I did, and he caught it. I told Tay a couple plays that I really, really liked. They're kind of odes to some things we did years and years ago. Hit them both on the same drive. So, you know, it was fun to get down there and score. Disappointing maybe that, you know, didn't jam one in there to Tay and do a little walk-off. But, you know, we had a chance in overtime.
All right, we'll do last one. Jason Wilde.
Hey, Aaron, you said that you guys will do a real critique. I'm wondering what your real critique is with 6 games to go of where you guys are. You lost to Tampa Bay. You lose to these guys the way you did. You beat New Orleans. What kind of team do you think you have right now with 6 games to go?
Today actually gave me a lot of confidence in our guys. I know that might sound weird, and we lost and we turned them all up 4 times, but there was a different type of energy this week of practice. I thought it carried over to today. Obviously, the atmosphere helped, having a bunch of Packer fans there, even though it was obviously significantly less than it would be in a normal year. But I did get a lot of confidence based on the way we practiced this week. I felt like this was the first week all season we practiced like a great team and not just kind of a good team. So that was encouraging. I figured the performance would be really solid based on that. And that's how it goes sometimes. You know, the mistakes can happen regardless of how you practice. But I was encouraged by the focus that we had. I was encouraged